shit, it's gonna fall. Hey YouTube, it's been a while, it's been a month, so I have some stuff I want to talk about, and if I can keep track of time. Okay, so I want to talk about lower surgery, and it's really time for me to really prioritize that in my life. I need to radically change my life in order to have that happen, because it's not even in the realm of possibility right now, and I can't really live with that. If I want to have a good quality of life, I need to have this done, and I can talk about the reasons for that and blah 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 later on, but right now, I just know I need to do this, because I feel like the depression and the dysphoria are getting worse, and I realize that I am not capable of having a healthy relationship, even if it is just like, a physical relationship. It's too much. And I kind of remember what it was like right before I had top surgery, right before I started saving up, how I didn't want to go out, I didn't want people to touch me. I was just like, really kind of closed off. And after I had chest surgery, it just totally changed my life. And I remember that, and I know that, there's so many things I can do now because of that, and I know that by having lower surgery, that it's going to change my life for the better. It's not perfect, but there's some things that I know that I'll just be so much happier for. And maybe that will leave the possibility of being able to be intimate with people in a more healthy way. Yeah. So I feel like, at this point I really am going to forego physical, intimate relationships, because I feel like there's no point in kind of tormenting myself with a cycle of, feeling crappy and all that kind of stuff. And it's not like, I didn't first have sex until I was 25. And there have been spans of years, like my last girlfriend, when we dated, that's when I first started transitioning after we broke up. I didn't have any kind of sexual relationship, contact with anyone for 4 years. So I'm kind of like a camel in that way. Is it fun? No, but I recognize that it's probably healthier for me in some ways. And if I really stay on task, on track, I know that there's an end in sight. And it wasn't until after I had the chest surgery that I felt like I could actually be with a woman again, which I wanted to share. So I had this calendar set up, a countdown for top surgery, and had this picture. Obviously, this is not what I look like, but it's a motivation. And so this is my last sheet of that little countdown, and it was the date of surgery, which is the 4th of December 2008, and it ended up being at 9:30 a.m., but you get that. And then I saved my very last binder. I wore these for, I started in 2005. For 3 years I wore these, and I actually wrote on this one, it says, "Goodbye, no more, never again, freedom," and it gives the date. And this is just a reminder for me of how much my life has changed and where I've come from. I think it's important to acknowledge that. So for lower surgery, I know that it's something I can look forward to and say, wow, this is going to be a very pivotal point in my life. Anyways, so yeah. So in the spirit of kind of abstaining and being like a monk, LA is always doing cleansings for various reasons and with various things, and I thought, I'm going to do a cleanse. I'm not going to do a cleanse like they do. I'm going to do more of like a cleansing of the mind and sex, I guess. So I'm not going to watch porn, see how long I can hold out, because I feel like it just celebrates this perception of what sex is between a guy and a woman, and it's not something while I like that perception, it doesn't really help me doesn't help me. And not only that, but it just kind of reinforces the issues that I have around that. It's not, I don't see me there, and yeah, there's trans guys in porn, but that's not me either, and then the ones that do, that are straight guys, it's just like they use a strap on, and it's not hot. It doesn't turn me on, so it's not. I really don't like queer porn. And I think I'm gonna see how long I can go without jerking off, because I feel like that just kind of is a cheap way of kind of pacifying feelings of frustration and whatnot. I think if I forego that, maybe I can get some enlightenment. Hey, I'm West Coast. We think about these kinds of things. And I'm not religious, and I haven't been spiritual at all, but maybe I need to kind of dig deep and kind of approach things from a spiritual standpoint. I don't know. I'm at my wit's end. I'm willing to try all sorts of things, so I think it's worth a shot, though, just to, even if it's not for a long time, a cleanse can go for a few weeks, maybe a month or something like that, I think, to gain, a good perspective. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I did want to talk about a couple experiences, but I think that I'll make that part 2 of this video of why I'm doing lower surgery and lower surgery in general.